Come. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to everyone. I hope that you all are having an amazing week so far. I know I am. I'm kind of recovering from a absolutely wonderful vacation experience, and I'll share a little information about that in a bit. But my name is your girl, JJC Oliver, National Executive with Paycation Travel, and I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We just started back up on our Wednesday webinars, sharing this absolutely amazing opportunity. And after the weekend that we just had, guys, it just became just that much more amazing. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go right into this. Again, I've been with the company for 2 years, and this is all I do, guys. I work vacation full time. Just a little history about myself. I've worked for someone else since the age of 13 years old. Um, Somewhat had some decent jobs, but never really got ahead. And I was always looking for another way to supplement my income and to kind of beat the taxes because I have no children. So I learned early on that having a home-based business would allow me to keep some of that money in my household as opposed to giving it all to Uncle Sam. And also with the home-based business, I found out that I am able to write off a good portion of the bills that I pay every single month. How would you guys like to not just pay your rent or your mortgage and then just have a receipt behind it, right? How would you like to be able to write off a portion of those bills that you pay, that you have to pay every month, and know that you'll be able to write off anywhere from an additional $3,000 to $15,000 a month, a year, I'm sorry, and get back a lot more of your money? Does that not sound like something that you would like to have happen? Well, I know that it was a game changer for me once I learned that that is what rich people do. They write off all those expenses. When Oprah gave away all those cars, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Yeah, it was wonderful for all of the people that received it, right? But for Oprah, she wrote all of that off on her taxes, so it wasn't a loss for her, right? So we're going to just show you a way that you can do the same thing with this opportunity, be able to travel for less, be able to make money, be able to save money, and then to possibly literally set your family free, build a legacy, and be able to have your own time freedom back where you'll be able to spend more time with your family. So let's get started. I introduce to you the Vacation Travel Opportunity 2016. Guys, if you were given a check today and you could go anywhere in the world, and if money and time were not an issue for you, where would you go? There's a small chat box on your left. If you could be so kind, give me a couple of destinations as to where you would go. Let's say outside of the United States. I want you to be creative. I want you to think into your bucket list. Where would you go? All right. I have a friend talking about going to Africa. Girl, we need to go because I want to go visit Africa. Iceland, that sounds awesome. I'm Candace. Well, how about Dubai? I don't know if you guys know anything about Dubai. I don't know if you know anything about hotels and resorts. But the highest starred hotel in the world right now is a well, not right now. The most of them are 5-star. But what you're looking at on your screen, if you're looking at the screen, you're looking at the only 7-star resort in the world. And guys, I don't know about you, but if 5-star is pure luxury, can you just imagine what 7-star is? Where you're looking at it. How about making the magic happen in Disney? Now, granted, I'm 47, but I'm still a big kid at heart, right? Tico, I just saw your answer. Dubai is a possibility for you. Join the business and you can go for pennies on the dollar, right? Making magic happen in Disney. Again, I'm a big kid at heart. I have not been to Disney yet, but I intend on visiting because I plan to hang out with Mickey and Minnie, right? But I'm not going to go to the destination in Florida. I want to go to the new one that they just built in Shanghai. It took 17 years to build and over 1,000 employees to put it together. 70% of their attractions out there are unique to the Disney world. So why not go and knock two things off my bucket list by visiting a country I've never been to and then being able to hang out with Mickey and Minnie? To me, that is priceless, right? How about Vegas, guys? They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, I'll warn you, don't go with me. Please don't go with me because I am your Facebook girl. Look, we just came back from a trip to Punta Cana with 2,000 partners for our fall vacation experience. I've got over 712 pictures to post on Facebook very shortly after this webinar. So I promise you, if you go to Vegas with me, you're going to be on Facebook or Instagram. How about cruising the world, guys? I promise you that cruises are like the hottest thing out right now. And if you have not been on a cruise, you're doing yourself a disservice. I would advise that you try and plan something for you and your family to go explore the sea. It is a beautiful, beautiful experience. So at this point, I hope that you can see that with this company, as far as travel is concerned, the possibilities are truly, truly limitless. A couple of facts I'd like you to know. If you are a 9 to 5 worker and work, or 8 to 5, 8 to 4, or 7 to 3, and you work in an office on a computer, think about the times when you've gotten up to go on your bathroom break or your lunch break, and you walked by your fellow coworker's computer and you saw that their backdrop or their screensaver was a tropical, some kind of tropical background. I promise you guys, the number one research word between the hours of 9 to 5, when we all should be working, is travel. So when you see those type of tropical backgrounds, that lets you know that people are out there looking for a way to get away. Okay? That's why you see those tropical backgrounds. Even when you're at work, people daydream. They look at these places and wish, wow, could I be there? Could I put myself on the beach? Well, you know what? In this company, our offices are the beaches of the world, and it could be yours too. Direct spending by U.S. residents and international travelers average 2.5 billion a day, guys. 2.5 billion a day. We won't even break that down to the other amounts that are showing, but how about $29,398 a second? 5 seconds just went by. Somebody just became $150,000 richer, all because of the industry of travel. Guys, you don't even know what you have in front of you. But the biggest fact that I absolutely love about this opportunity is that the U.S. households would have paid an additional $1,100 a year just because of taxes, right? But because of the travel and tourism industry, we were able to save that money, guys. Did you not know that travel was connected to our taxes? Well, I learned that little fact, and I absolutely love it. So thank you, travel and tourism. Look at a couple of the industries that are making billions, and I said billions with a B, boys and girls. Billions. NFL, 10 billion. Movies, 11 billion. Music, 17 billion. If you accumulate those three together, they still don't equate to what direct sales makes every year, 182 billion. And let's not even look at the industry that we're in, which is travel, that accumulates and generates 8 trillion, and that's with a T, trillion, right? Does anybody know how many zeros are in a trillion out there? I know that I didn't know. And I also knew that the only time I heard the word trillion was in two different areas, well, 3 different areas now, but the U.S. debt or student loan, and then now in travel. So I'm just so happy and proud to know that I am a part of the one industry that the $1 trillion word is a positive number, not negative, right? So at this point, guys, can you tell me, does travel just make sense? Just yes or no. You can even just put a Y over in the chat room, in the chat box. Yes, no, maybe so. All right, great, great, great. All right, so just to tell you a little bit about who we are, because it's really important that you know who you're going to partner with, right? We're not this fly-by-night mom and pop shop, just created this concept and want to throw it out there and just reel people in. No. We are Paycation Travel. That we just hit our 3rd anniversary as Paycation Travel, but we are and we are the marketing arm of Extreme Travel, which is literally a 15, 16-year-old licensed and bonded global travel company that is based out of Dallas, Texas, guys. So we have a brick and mortar corporate building that sits in Texas. By the way, we just opened up a new office in the Philippines because we are not just domestic, guys. We are international, and that's what I need you to grasp onto, all right? International means all over the world. The world is literally your oyster, and you can go out there and become rich and get checks from all over the world. And we're going to show you that in a minute, okay? We have successful referral travel customers and associates throughout the U.S. and many other countries, as I just stated. And we have top travel producers working with the best travel suppliers in the industry. I want you to take a look at the right of your screen at the top honors and awards that we have won. Guys, think of these top honors and awards as Tonys, as the Tonys and the Emmys of the travel industry. And I know that you recognize some of the names that are up there: Carnival Cruises, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Travel Savers. Travel Savers, we are their number 2 revenue generator, guys. That has to say something. Now, for all of my guests that are on the line right now, I am sure that you're just going to sit here after seeing all this great information and say to yourself, oh, man, this is another one of those things. This is a scam. This, that, and the other. You can go out there and do all the research in the world that you want, but I promise you, you will not be able to out-research Carnival, FunJet, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, nor Priceline. Why? Because they're going to they did their homework to make sure that we were a credible company to be able to partner up with us. And you know what? With Carnival, in the 3 years that we've been in business of Paycation with them, we have quadrupled their revenue, their annual revenue. I'm going to say that again. We have quadrupled their annual revenue because of Paycation travel agents. That is powerful, guys. That is absolutely powerful. So, again, you can go out there and do your research if you want to, but I will urge you not to try to do $1 million research on a $199 project. That can literally bring you thousands, but we're going to show you a little more about that later. Again, so you want to know not only what company you're working with, but you want to know who the leadership is that is heading up this company, right? I want to introduce you to my family. My uncle, David Manning. If you could see me, you'd see we look alike, right? Anyway, he's a 25-year experienced direct selling and network marketing guru. But the biggest fact that I need you to know about this man is that he is a compensation plan design specialist, meaning Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies have sought him out to help create their compensation plans. So that has to tell you that if they are seeking him out and he's helping other companies create their compensation plans, who in the world do you think would have the best compensation plan in the travel and network marketing industry? I hope you're saying us, because yes, it is us. And when I bring my boy to the line, boy, oh boy, is he going to show you the money for real. Mark Campese, that's my other uncle. He's a great man. He's president of the company. He also has 25 years of direct selling and network marketing experience. I absolutely love him. He's a very humble man. He's our national trainer, and he is sweet as pie. But the young lady on the right, the cute little blonde with the cute smile, she's about 5 feet tall, right? Miss Lori Spears. Miss Lori Spears has 30 years of travel experience. She does nothing but book travel. Guys, I know she just made a boatload of money on this trip that we just went on. Imagine 2,000 people going to Punta Cana, and she hooked it up for us. I know that she's, in this to make the money too. So I know that she made a nice little chunk off of that trip that she put together for us. But that's okay because it was all well worth it, guys. But she's 5 foot, but I promise you, her spirit is so big, you'd think she was 7 feet tall. So, guys, when you come into the family today, because I claim all of you today to hopefully see the vision and know that there is something here for you, when you come into the company, you'll have the opportunity to become certified by paying a one-time $50 tuition. Oh, but wait, I forgot. Hold on. Let's stop the presses. Stop the presses. Guys, today is the 28th of September. And I don't know if I told you how amazing our CEO, Mr. David Manning, is. The gentleman that I just told you is my uncle. Let me go back. Top right-hand corner, Mr. David Manning. Let me tell you a little bit about this man. You tell me if you've ever had a boss that has paid you literally 2 to 3 days early every single month for 2 years that I've been in this company. No, I'm sorry, I've been in for 2.5 years. And every single month, and I started generating a check in my first 30 days. My first 30 days, I made my check, okay? And I have not missed a check since. So I don't care what you hear out there. If anybody wants to ever say that Paycation doesn't pay, that is a doggone lie. I'm here to tell you that is a lie. That man has paid us every single month for the 2.5 years that I've been in the company. And he's gone so far as to pay us 5 days early back in April when we did our spring convention. And he made the announcement that he paid us 5 days early because he wanted to make sure that we all had money to have fun on our convention. Now, you tell me what boss ever paid you early. I promise you, it still brings like tears to my eyes because I really believe this man cares for us. And he's constantly putting things into this business for us to help us generate more income. Again, you'll find out more as we go along. So again, as you come in, you'll pay a $50 one-time certification fee, but our CEO was so gracious that just maybe a week and a half ago, he stated that once anyone that came in the month of September only September, if you came in and you paid your $50 to take your certification, he was going to return that money to you guys. Again, what boss or CEO would do that for you? And anyone that joins up till Friday, the 30th, midnight, will be able to have that $50 one-time tuition waived. You will not have to pay it. You would just pay the fee to get into the company, and that Extreme Travel University, which is an abundance of information to get you started and get you going in the travel industry, booking thousands of dollars of travel and being able to generate thousands of dollars of commission, and all he's saying is pay the entrance fee. Guys, if you do not see the value in just that alone, you are truly missing out. On top of that, you're going to receive your own personal travel booking site. So let me tell you about that, right? Because if you look at this screen right here, you're going to see that this website right here is what our website looks like currently. That is the booking site that you will receive. It's going to have your name on it. It's going to have your own picture on it. And when your friends and family can go to, that's right, Tawana. It's like going to college without student loans. That's right. You pay thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to go to college, to get a degree, to end up not being able to find a job in the industry that you study so hard for, right? Isn't that sad? I know so many people that have done that, including my mother. And you get stuck with these student loans that you can't even bankrupt them. You're stuck paying them, right? So think about it. Now you're going to get $1,000 worth of training for $50, and not even that for free, because it's free until Friday. And not to mention that once you come in the company, all the trainings by all the vendors are absolutely free. And not only are they free, but they give stuff away. They give trips away. They give gift cards away. They give reward points away. Things that you can use to either make more money or save money somewhere or another. And we all know that when you save money, you make money, right? I hope you're hearing me, guys. And this is really all from the comfort of your home. It really is. So anyway, like I said, when you get your own booking site, it's going to look like this one here on your left. And guys, you're going to earn up to 75% commission on trips that your family and friends are going to book, because some of them won't want to necessarily go to you directly to have it booked. So they may want to look at it and book it themselves. That's fine. I don't mind giving you my website and let you book your own trip, because you know what? I just made 75% commission, free money, because I didn't do any work other than give you my website. Now, if you want me to book it for you, I can do the legwork. That's fine. I'm still going to earn 75% commission. But to me, giving them the website, that's free money, right? Because they're going to book it anyway. The best part is that your booking site is powered by Priceline. So we all know that Priceline is a very reputable company. It's been around for many, many years. They give great, great deals. But what if I told you, right? Before, we couldn't guarantee to beat prices. We could be very competitive. We can get you an excellent package for your price. But what if I were to tell you now, I'm going to say maybe the next few days, hopefully it'll all be updated. And we just found all of this out at our convention that we just came back from in Punta Cana. But what if I told you you would be able to guarantee your customers that you could beat any price they got by 20 to 30%, guys? That is what you call a game changer. I can tell my customer, yes, I can beat whatever price you get by 20 to 30%. Are you kidding me? That is going to be, just get ready, because you're going to be really, really, really busy booking travel, right? We have access to over 145,000 hotels, similar pricing to Priceline and Kayak and AAA, right? We have, right now we're number 2, because we are partners with Priceline. They only do business with up to 500 affiliates. Guys, no, I'm not joking, Jasmine. I'm so serious. But just keep on listening, girl. Keep on listening. I haven't even touched a little bit on the iceberg yet. So I just want you to know that Priceline, again, we are number 2 out of 500 affiliates. Again, you cannot out-research Priceline. Priceline paid their attorneys thousands of dollars to do the research that you're going to try to do, spend all these hours. You're going to probably see about 30 videos, and 2 of them will be negative, and then you're going to run on that notion that we're a scam. That's up to you. That'll be your loss. But I promise you, you keep watching us, and you're going to see all the success, all the fun, all the wonderful personal development that we are all receiving just off of this small $199 investment. You can be a part of it, right? And remember, the biggest difference with this is that you're going to get paid a commission on something that your friends and family are going to do anyway. It really is a blessing, and I'm glad you realize it. Guys, we also have member trips. Remember, membership has its privileges, right? Great. So just know that our company sets up about anywhere from 12 to 16 member trips a year that are in our back office that we have access to. There's one or two different trips each month, and you are able to go on these trips for pennies on the dollar, right? Most of them are all inclusive, and you can also take your family members. If you want to show them the lifestyle that you're living, if you want to show them what Paycation offers, you would be able to take them with you on these member trips at the same price that you go on them for, right? Now, I'm I'm glad they kind of took the prices off of these slides, but then again, I'm not, because it would have shown you what these trips right here on the screen go for. So I'm going to give you an example because I do remember what they go for. Imagine going to Paris, France for $291. No, I'm sorry, $219. Right? Paris, France, going for 3 days, 2 nights. How about going to Roma, Italy for $155? Guys, you cannot go to Hilton Head for $155. You cannot go to Savannah for $150. Darn it, you can't go downtown for $155, downtown Atlanta, right? How about Punta Cana, $191? We just came back from there, 2,000 deep. Guys, I'm about to post 712 pictures from my experience in Punta Cana, and it was my first time international, and I had a ball. Imagine being on a flight on Delta with 80 of your partners. Man, did we have a good time. But I won't stop there. Oh, and I'm sorry, these member trips are not transferable. You have to be present with your family when you go on these trips. But let's just say your family wants to go on a trip and you can't go, you don't want to go. We have our weekly condo stays. Our weekly condo stays are all 8 days, 7 nights, and they are literally all around the world, okay? So imagine, let me just give you an example. This is how you can make some serious money, guys, because, again, these are transferable. I want you to understand that, okay? So imagine you have a couple of friends that want to do a couples trip, and it's 2 couples, 4 people, right? They want to go to Grand Mayan, Mexico. Me as the agent, I have access to wholesale pricing, right? So Grand Mayan, Mexico, 8 days, 7 nights, 4-star resort. I am going to get it for $299. Because keep in mind, a lot of these weekly condo stays are under $500. Not all of them, but you have an abundance of them that are under $500. I've seen them as cheap as $116. But again, that's my price. So I'm not going to give it to my friends for the same price I get it because, again, I'm the agent. I'm the one that has the benefits. I'm not going to give away my benefits to someone that didn't believe in my vision. They could be in the business themselves getting these same prices, right? But when you become a part of this business and become certified, you're going to have access to all of these benefits. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to charge them each $1,000 per couple. So that's $2,000, right? $1,000 per couple. I think that's fair. $500 each. Again, 8 days, 7 nights. And the $299 that I'm paying is not going to be per person. It's not going to be per night. The condos are charging me $299. That's it. So I'm going to collect that $2,000 from my friends. I'm going to pay the $300 to the resort, and I'm going to walk away with $1,700 cold cash in my pocket. Cha-ching, cha-ching, ching, ching. And you know what? I may even just go on my own trip. How about that? Because they just paid for it, okay? They just paid for it. So, guys, I just want you to know that we have access to over 5,500 of these condos and resorts all over the world in about 105 countries, from anywhere in the domestic area to international. And you could have access to this too. We also have what I was just talking about, which is our Paycation experience. I'll talk about the ones at the bottom first. The El Dorado, Mexico, they went there back in 2014. Unfortunately, I missed that trip, but I will be on the next. And then in in October of 2014, we went on the Oasis of the Sea, the Royal Caribbean. What was funny about that, guys, was that I was displaced by my job, by Wells Fargo, on October 14th. October 14th was my last day with them. They cut our department. Me and my mentor, Tawana Houston, which is on the line. Hey, Tawana. She was my manager, and she was pregnant at the time, and I love her, and I thank her every day. I'll be grateful for the rest of my life. But back in May of 2014, she had introduced me to this business, and I got in the business Because, again, I didn't see the full presentation. I wanted to offset my taxes, and I wanted to be able to travel a little more. So I always knew to wanted to be a go-getter. I've known her since about 2008 from another company we were in that I was also displaced from. They closed those doors too. Um, and I started this business on a part-time basis, and it was my plan B, while I worked my plan A, which was my 9 to 5. Long story short, worked for Wells Fargo for a year and a half, and in October of 2015, not 14, I'm sorry, October 2015, they decided that they wanted to cut our department of 50 people and send those jobs to South Carolina. Well, lo and behold, of course, I own a home. My mother lives with me. I have a lot of financial responsibilities. I'm not rich by any means. I had a couple of $1,000s in the bank, and I said, oh, my God, what am I going to do? But then I had to stop and think. Thank God I had started when I did, and I stuck through all the discouragement, all the hard times, all the storms that I came through, because in October 2015, when I walked out of Wells Fargo, instead of going out and looking for another job the way I would have had to had I not been with Paycation, and I would have had to go out there and try to sell myself to another company, they were going to not pay me the amount that I know I was worth. I decided I was going to take a chance on myself and just work Paycation full time. And I am coming up on a year in about 3 weeks that I have been 9 to 5-less, praise Jesus, and I am full-time Paycation, and I'm not looking back, guys. I'm not looking back. And I know that there is a future for me to be able to create a legacy for my home, because though I know money is not everything, and I know that I cannot take it with me to the grave, I would like to know that I could leave something for my godchildren and to take care of my family that I love so much that may be back on this earth when I'm gone. And that's all we're telling you to think about, guys. Think about the fact that if you have children, you do not want to program them to be on the same path that we were, working 9 to 5, working a job, which means just over broke, and robbing Peter to pay Paul. You need to create another source of income to try to offset that struggle, all right? And if you just open your mind, open your heart, and lift your belief, we will hold your hand and we will walk you through it, okay? We also have the Platinum Travel Club, which is another part of the club, another part of the company. We have access to the 5,500 hotels and resorts, as I told you before. You accumulate loyalty points because you're able to shop in stores like Walmart, Target, Best Buy. You have any store that you shop in, you will now be able to shop from yourself and accumulate loyalty points, which is 2 points for every dollar you spend. And then you can turn around and use those points to further discount your travel. Guys, you can even purchase another gift card from yourself if you have enough points. For instance, I accumulated, a few thousand points from purchasing from Walmart and different other areas. And when I went to buy a gift card for one of my girlfriends for a baby shower, I had accumulated enough points where that gift card was basically free because I only had to pay a small difference. That is amazing, guys. For money that I had previously spent, I accumulated points to be able to spend on something else that I was going to spend money on anyway. I really hope you're paying attention to this, guys. We also are not just a travel company. We're an experience company. So we have our own Ticketmaster. So how many of you have heard of Vivid Seats and StubHub and all those aftermarket ticket companies? Well, we're basically the same thing. The difference is that I'm going to make a profit when I sell those Beyonce tickets that, Beyonce was just here and she locked down Atlanta. Or how about the NFL? You got the Saints and you have the biggest rivalry, the Saints and the Falcons. I have partners right now that have sold bus trips to New Orleans for the Saints and the Falcons. They're going to have a whole weekend trip, so that means they're going to spend 2 days, 3 days in a hotel. They're getting a bus. They're selling tickets to the game. And these girls are about to make a few $1,000s off of something people were going to do anyway. These sports fanatics, they'll pay money all day long, right? So why not get in the middle of that situation and make a few $1,000s for yourself for having just having fun? Because that's all it is fun. We have access to concerts, comedy shows, theaters, sporting events. You cannot just put the travel experience together, but you can put the whole experience together, guys. All right, I'm going to move along a little quickly because I'm running out of time. I want to make sure we got our other partners on. We have the Paycation Plus store. Guys, remember I said that our CEO is always looking for ways to help us find and make more money? Well, here goes just another way, guys. He created the Paycation Plus store. So how many of you know people that live in houses that pay gas and light? How many people do you know that need health and wellness assistance? How many people do you know that own a commercial business that also pays for credit monitoring or identity theft, identity protection? Guys, with the way of the world, the way it's going, and technology, everybody needs to have identity protection, because I promise you, if they steal your identification, if they use your Social Security, it is the hardest thing to come out of. But if you protect yourself properly by having your Social Security number watched, and they can prevent it from being stolen, then you're going to save yourself thousands of dollars of a headache in trying to fix the problems that you're going to encounter with identity theft. I worked in collections for several years, and I've seen the nightmare. But right here, what's going to happen is if you sell an identity protection package, or you have someone switch over to the gas and light under your company, every time they pay their monthly bill, guys, you're going to get paid a check. You can transfer your own services, and when you pay your own bill, you're going to get some of your money back. Guys, this only makes sense. I hope you're listening. So just to remind you, what we do, we create the opportunity for you to offer world-class travel, plus we offer additional essential services that everyone is using. So, guys, I'm not going to talk about this package too long, because it's really not what I want you to get stuck on. But if you're interested in the travel portion of the business, which I just showed you, right, you can pay $149.95 to come in. There is a $69.95 monthly subscription fee. Please do not think of that $69.95 as a bill. I know I did. In the beginning, I was like, I don't want another bill. But this is all about a mindset change. This is all about opening and expanding your vision for what this business can bring to you. That $69.95 a month can allot you the ability to write off anywhere from about $400 to maybe $2,400 to $2,000 a month. If you're traveling, like for this month, I'm going to have my expenses a lot higher because I went traveling this month, right? So the money I spend on my travel, I'm going to be able to write it off at 100%. Oh, I forgot to tell you, because you're a travel agent, you get to write off every single trip that you go on throughout the year at 100% on your taxes. We have partners that have literally gone on trips every single month, okay, every single month this year, and are able, and they spent $20,000-$30,000, but when they write it off, they're going to get almost all that money back. So it's like basically like a rebate. You pay for it now, you get it back later, okay? You're going on a free trip. That's all you have to think about, right? On top of going on the trip, you're going to have the memories of a lifetime. You're going to create relationships, and you're going to have so much to look back on, guys. I promise you that $69.95 is not going to be a burden, and we're going to show you in a minute how you can offset that $69.95 so that it will come out of your profit and not your pocket. I can honestly say that I know we have a few partners on the line right now, and I personally have not paid that $69.95 since July of 2014, because I got in and I did what was required to make sure that I did not have to pay that $69.95 each month. Matter of fact, the credit card I have on file, it's expired. But do they ask me to renew it? No, because I keep money in my e-wallet for them to be able to take my monthly expense each month. And on top of it, I get to write that $69.95 off each month. So it's not a burden. It is actually an expense, okay? You're going to get the whole travel package. Again, you'll get the 75% commission, travel club membership, and again, you would typically pay the $50 to do the travel university, but for the month of September, and I'll repeat this again, up till Friday, you can go ahead and get in with us now for the $149, and you can take that travel university for free, okay? And that will allow you to be able to deal directly with the vendors and book group travel. But I don't want you to really think about that $149, because what we have next coming up is so much better. This will be my last slide. Think of this man right here, Mr. Sir Richard Branson. He is the CEO of Virgin Mobile, Virgin Airlines, Virgin everything, right? And he's a billionaire, and he has stated that he is now incorporating network marketing into his current businesses because he knows that network marketing is the wave of the future. And for those of you that think network marketing is still a scam, no. I will say yes, it was back in the 80s when it came out, but guys, it's elevated. It has evolved to something that has literally set people free. 82% of the women that make a six-figure income are doing it in the network marketing industry. Colleges and universities are now teaching network marketing. So that has to let you know that we are on a whole nother wavelength with this thing that you guys want to call a scam and a pyramid. I promise you it's not that. There was also an interview with Mr. Robert Laura that he stated, we believe that the entire network marketing industry is poised for explosive growth and can be the most significant solution to America's retirement savings crisis. If there's anyone on this line that is above the age of 40, you have to know that we have a retirement savings crisis. I am not trying to have my mother at 70 years old, or myself for that matter, having to be at the front of Walmart after when I should have retired, trying to greet people at a Walmart door because my income or my Social Security, which there probably won't be none by the time I get there, it's not enough to take care of me. So that is why I am setting myself up right now to be able to create a wealth so that I don't have to have those worries in my elderly age. But I'm going to move myself out of the way, guys, because I have a very, very special treat, and we're not going to be long on it. But I want to bring to the line, I've always promised that I would bring you guys a true blue testimony. This is nothing rehearsed. This is nothing scripted. This is nothing that we're going to, try to blow it up to something more than what it's not. But I have true people, and most of these people that I'm bringing, no, not most, all of them, because I know all of them. I've watched them. I've seen them. I know what they're experiencing because I'm experiencing it myself. But the people that I bring to the line for these 5-minute testimonies share with you what this opportunity, what this project has done for their life. The young lady that I'm bringing to the line, this woman doesn't need extra money, okay? This woman was making 6 figures in her regular 9-to-5. She's an absolutely wonderful person. She's probably one of my favorite people that I've met thus far. I have an awesome relationship with her. She's a national executive with the company. She is one of the biggest supporters. I mean, this girl will get in a car and ride anywhere with you just to support you. I love that about her, and I have the utmost respect and just humble and honored to know her and know that she's in my circle. And these are the type of relationships that you're gonna acquire: positive, inspiring, motivational people that only want to see you win. If you are tired of being around those hating chicks, excuse my lingo, but I have to put it to you real. If you are tired of being around those drama-fied chicks, those Debbie Downers, those negative Nancys, you need to find a new circle. And I promise you, the circle of Paycation family is where you want to be. So I want to bring to the line my girl, my sister in Paycation, my love, Miss National Executive Sinetria Pritchett. Sinetria, are you out there? Sinetria, you got to unmute yourself. Girl, come on. Where you at, Sinetria? We need you. Oh, boy, guys. I think we lost her. I know she was on earlier. I don't know if she kind of locked herself out or muted herself. All right, Sinetria, if you come back on, somebody tell her, I'm gonna have to push forward, unfortunately, and this really is bad. All right, so I'll tell you what, since Sinetria is not on, Tawana, are you on? Are you still on? Or actually, you know what? I may have to make her presenter. Bear with me 1 second, guys, because I really want you to hear a testimony from somewhere. All right. Wait a minute. I found Tawana. Let's see. All right, Tawana, are you out there? I think I just disconnected her. Oh, gosh. All right, so I'm going to have to just move on, unfortunately. Guys, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. This was so important for me to have this testimony for you guys. If they come back on or get back on, please just chime in, and I'll go ahead and let you guys speak. But in the meanwhile, I want to keep this pushing along. The gentleman that I'm going to bring to the line, this is my brother. This is my brother. I love him to death. Like I said, you're going to make some awesome relationships in this company, man. It's priceless, I promise you. But this guy, he's an international executive with the company. Smart individual, very smart individual, and he's literally growing teams all over the world. This guy is on fire, and he is literally moments away from hitting diamond status, and I cannot wait to celebrate him. I really can't. So I want to bring to the line my brother in this industry, my brother in life, international executive, Mr. Antonio Starr. Are you out there, my brother?
Can you hear me, Jay? Jay?
I can hear you loud and clear, my brother. I hear you,
okay.
Sir. I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I didn't want to be the third person that you could hear.
Please don't, please.
Let it hear me. Please.
I can hear you. And let me just share with the audience that, you know what, this is the type of stuff that we do. Like, Antonio is not feeling well, guys. He let me know earlier today. He was just really not feeling well. He's under the weather. I was kind of feeling the same way, but I feel better. But he was still willing. He said, I'm going to be there. And this is the type of commitment that we have of people that you're going to work with that are committed to your success. So I want to say, first and foremost, thank you, Antonio, for, just fighting through what you were feeling, guys, and, coming on this line. So, Antonio, you're going to give us this compensation plan. Go ahead and take it away the way I know you can, my brother.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I want to give it back to you, Jay, because you are the person that I will fight through anything to make sure that I'm there for. So, and that speaks volumes to the person that you are and the type of person that you are. And even just, I won't talk long, but of course you told everyone we just came back from Punta Cana, but that was my wife's first time really, really hanging out with the team. And you're one of the people that she connected with, just from before we got on the plane here in Atlanta going down there. But you just have that energy to where you attract those type of people. You people are attracted to you. So thank you for everything that you do for not only me, but for your team, right? And for the entire team as a whole. So thank you for everything that you do and your selflessness. So I'm honored to be not only here today, but to be a part of this organization with you. As she did mention, I'm a little under the weather. I don't know if my body is just mad because we left Punta Cana and it's fighting me, but y'all just bear with me as we go through this, because it's not about how I feel. It's about what I'm going to show you. It's going to make us all feel a lot better. So we're going to talk a little bit about the compensation plan, ladies and gentlemen, the other side of this business, the grown folks' money, if you will, right? The residual income. A lot of people don't know the difference between residual and linear income, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be first to admit, I just learned what residual income was when I joined this business. I never knew what residual income or passive income. I was living that linear lifestyle. And the linear income, ladies and gentlemen, is when you exchange time for dollars, right? And I know most of us on this line can relate to that. That's when you work 8 hours, you get paid for 8 hours, all right? You take 8 hours of PTO, they pay you for 8 hours. If you get sick or if your kid gets sick and you have no more sick time, then you don't get paid, right? If you don't get paid, the kids don't eat, the bills don't get paid. We're all just one paycheck. Most of us are one paycheck away from dire straits, from sudden death, right? That's because we live that linear income lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. We're stuck in that wage system. If we don't work, we don't eat. Well, on this side of the business, we're going to show you how to get paid in your sleep. We're going to show you how to get paid when you're on vacation. What was great about Punta Cana, not just the environment of hanging out, but it was also great when we're sitting at dinner and we're speaking with a partner and they look at their phone and say, oh, man, we just brought in five believers today. We had 5 people that see the advantage, 5 people that saw us here in Punta Cana and say, hey, I want to live that lifestyle. And we're getting paid for that while we're on vacation, right? It's an amazing thing. But one thing I want to read this disclaimer to everyone. The Paycation Travel Compensation Plan is optional, ladies and gentlemen. You do not have to participate on this side of the business. You're investing in the Paycation Travel business, the travel agency side of the business. This is completely optional, all right? It's not a solicitation to participate exclusively in the team building or recruiting program. Any references to potential income is not a guarantee, and the income earned will be a product of the business owner's hard work and effort, right? Just like anything else that we do. Your hard work and effort is directly tied into the compensation that you earn, all right? Now, on this side of the business, in order to participate in this side of the business, ladies and gentlemen, we're only talking about an additional investment of $50. An additional investment of $50 will enable you to earn money while you sleep. Will enable you to earn money while you're on vacation. It will enable you to earn money while you're sick, such as myself, right? For an additional $50 investment. And I'm here to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're remotely interested in this opportunity, if you're really interested in making some really great income, think no less than $199.95 to launch this referral travel associate business, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee you it will be the best decision, one of the best decisions that you've made this year. And I'm about to show you exactly why. In our business, we have conversations, all right? We don't sell anything in our business. We just tell our stories. And the beautiful thing about social media is that we're able to tell our stories with video. Most of you that are on this call tonight have probably seen 100 videos from Punta Cana. You've seen 100 videos of real people living real lives and having real experiences, living a real lifestyle, right? That's all we do. That's all we do. We don't have to sell travel. We don't have to sell this. It sells itself, okay? So we just have conversations. We just introduce it to people. There may be people right now that haven't seen any videos from Punta Cana. So that means we have to go out and have conversations with those individuals and show them this lifestyle. And if for every conversation that we have that resorts in a new business partner or a new believer, if you will, the company's going to pay us a $70 one-time personal sales commission, right? So you bring in your first partner, the company's going to pay you $70. You bring in your second partner, the company's going to pay you $70. You bring in your third partner, your third believer, the company's going to pay you $70. Now, 70 times 3 is $210. Okay, how much does it cost to get started in this business as a referral travel associate? $199. So for 3 partners, having 3 believers, and most of us, we know at least 3 people that are sick of doing what they're doing right now. They're sick of living paycheck to paycheck. They're just looking for an opportunity. Some of them just don't know what the opportunity looks like. So you find those 3 people. You help them get into position. You're going to earn $210, and you're also going to earn a return on your investment. Now, if there's anyone here that has any type of traditional business, we know that in traditional businesses, it could take you a long time, 3 to 5 years, to see a return on your investment. Inside of this business, I've seen people get a full return on their investment within the first 24 hours of being in business, right? Within the first 24 hours of being in business. But even if it takes you 30 days or 60 days to see a full return of your investment, you're still doing better than most business owners around the world, all right? Now, we also have what's called personal sales overrides, ladies and gentlemen, right? And this is when you get paid in your sleep. This is when you get paid in your sleep, ladies and gentlemen. So for everyone that you've told about the business and the people that they tell about the business for your first 2 levels, you're going to earn a $10 personal sales override. So that means this first individual, this first young lady, we'll call her Jasmine, all right? I tell Jasmine about the business. Jasmine gets into position. Jasmine tells her sister about the business. Her sister decides, you know what, if you're doing it, I'm going to do it. We're going to get free together. Jasmine's going to earn that $70 personal sales commission, and I'm going to get $10. I'm going to earn $10 because I showed Jasmine how to work the business. I showed Jasmine how to grow the business. And then her next partner that she brings in, the same thing. Jasmine will earn 70. I will earn 10. Okay? So again, these 2 individuals, I may never even speak to them before they decide to join the business, but I still earn that $10 in sales override, right? And that's for the first 2 levels that you build in your business. Okay? I come from IT management, ladies and gentlemen. Before management, I was a team lead. Before I was a team lead, I was the person that was taking those phone calls, right? As a person that was taking those phone calls, because I pride myself in doing a great job in whatever that I'm doing, but because my performance was so great, my performance was so high, my boss would come and say, hey, I have 5 new people that are starting next week. I need you to train those 5 new people. I need you to show them exactly what you do to be successful. Does he give me more money or does she give me more money? No. Do I get any other type of incentives aside from getting off the phone? No. If that person comes in and they surpass me in performance and they get raises, do I see any pieces of that? No. That's the difference between what we do on the corporate America side of things and what we do inside of this business. We're paid to train people, right? We're paid handsomely to train people, okay? We're paid for everything that we do inside of this business and everything that we can duplicate inside of this business. In corporate America, I train hundreds of people. As a manager, I manage hundreds of people that I leveraged, and I got free work out of them and saved my company hundreds of thousands of dollars by having someone to do this work for me for free, and they did it willingly. Now imagine that same attitude inside of this business. You're going to earn money every single time. All right. We're talking about money, and we get paid over 20 different ways residually, but we're only going to talk about 6 here today, just because of time. All right. So we earn residuals on personal codes. We're at 100% residual match on personal codes of all partners, RTCs that are enrolled in the business. We earn a business builder bonus. I'll show you what that is in a second. And then what we call our matrix, ladies and gentlemen. The matrix is a life-changing system, if you will. Okay, it's a 4x7 matrix. I'm going to show you how we earn additional 10% and another 8% on top of that based on the individuals that we help get into business. Okay, this is our 4x7 residual matrix, ladies and gentlemen. We call it 4x7 because it's 4 levels wide and it's 7 levels deep. Okay, 4 levels wide, 7 levels deep. That means on our first level, we can get 4 people. We can get 4 people on our first level. And when we get those first 4 slots filled up, the company's going to pay us $2 a month residually. That means every month for each of those individuals that remain active in business. And just to let you know, the only requirement to remain active inside of this business is to pay your monthly overhead of $69.95. I know when Jasmine first mentioned this, everyone laughed at $69.95, right? So the only requirement to be active in the business is to pay your $69.95. So the company's going to pay you $2 a person. That's $8 a month residually, ladies and gentlemen. Some of us, we don't earn $1 a month residually. So $8 is 8 times more than what most of us earn, okay? Now, once the first level is filled up, everyone would do what we call spillover. They would spill over to our second level, okay? On that second level, you can get a maximum of 16 people on that level. The company's going to pay you $6 for every active person on that second level. So if you fill up that slot, that's going to earn you an additional $96 a month. So you combine 96 with 8, that's going to be $104 a month that you're earning residually every single month. Now, here's the beauty of it. If you're earning $104 a month every single month residually, your overhead is $69.95. What will happen, because all this is computer-driven, the computer is going to look in your back office. They're going to look in your e-wallet first. And if your e-wallet has $104 in it from your matrix, it's going to take your overhead out of your profit and not out of your pocket, ladies and gentlemen. So essentially, your business is operating in the black. Okay, if you understand business, then you understand operating in the black is where you want to be. That means you're making a profit, right? You're at least breaking even if you're operating in the black. All right? So just filling up your first level and part of your second level will have your business paid for residually every single month, month over month, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see how the rest of the levels start to fall into place. If you were to fill up this entire matrix, you'll be making residually every single month over $173,000 a month. $173,000 a month. And I know people are calling in from different areas, but where I live, that's pretty much a nice house. So you're earning the equivalent of a nice house every single month. But if we break it down, right, because some of us, our minds, because we put a cap on ourselves, and it's called the law of the lid. Our lid has closed down on us, and we can't see any further than our current income that we make now. So it's hard for us to fathom $173,000 a month. But let's just say if you fill this matrix up 10%, if you only got it 10% right, then 10% of $173,000, would that be enough? Would that $17,000 a month be enough to hold you over until something better can come along? Even if you got it 1% right, ladies and gentlemen, even if you got it 1% right, you're still bringing home a great income residually. I read an article once that said about 68% of foreclosures could have been avoided if the family was only bringing in an additional $600 a month of income. So $600 a month is a deciding factor between if your family's out on the street or if you're able to stay in your house and thrive, right? So You have to put yourself into a position, ladies and gentlemen, to where you're earning this additional income. And this, inside of this opportunity, is that position. The money is here. And here's another comparison, ladies and gentlemen. And when you compare this to what we do in corporate America, you come into this business, especially on this side, the residual side, you know exactly how much money you're going to make based on your performance. You know exactly how much money you're going to make based on your performance. In corporate America, you could be like me. You could be that number one call taker. You could be the person with the highest QA scores, right? You could be the person with the highest customer satisfaction scores. And then when it comes raise time, you only get 52 cents or you only get 25 cents after you put in all this hard work. And you're thinking you're going to get $2 an hour. You only get 52 cents. Inside of this business, you bring that same work ethic, you know exactly how much you're going to make. If you fill up level 5 with 1,024 people, you know that's going to be additional $8,192 in your account, without a doubt, okay? Now, this next level, ladies and gentlemen, these are earned positions. Everybody likes titles, and we love titles here too. But again, our titles comes with compensation. You know exactly where you're going to be on the compensation scale when it comes to your title. Inside of this business, once you bring in your first business partner, you consider an RTA, right? And now, in addition to earning 75% of the travel commissions that Jay spoke about, you're going to unlock the first 4 levels of the matrix. That's another thing about this matrix, ladies and gentlemen. In order for us to cash out on the matrix, we have to unlock it. And it's all labeled here, what performance, what we need to do to unlock all of this earning potential. One business partner is going to unlock the first 4 levels of your matrix, right? So with one business partner, you enable yourself to earn 768 plus 128 plus 96 plus an additional $8 a month residually. And one other thing I want to talk about really quick, because, you know, people, let's keep it real, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the network marketing business. There's a stigma that was created by somebody about network marketing. And I don't know anyone that's been successful in network marketing that agrees with this stigma, right? So think about it. Inside of this matrix, you're able to extend and grow your matrix for efforts outside of your own. That means if you were to come into this business and Jasmine brought you into this business, as Jasmine teams begin to grow, you start to accumulate what's called spillover. So that means individuals that Jasmine bring into the team, they can spill over into your matrix. So realistically, ladies and gentlemen, you could come in this business and you can have one business partner. You can unlock the first 4 levels, right? On your 4th level, you can have 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 people that spill over from your upline down into your matrix. And now you're getting paid on individuals that you don't even know. Well, you're leveraging individuals that you don't even know. And it's because you made a decision to get yourself in position. And then you put yourself in a position of abundance. And the abundance here flows up as well as down, which is the antithesis of what a pyramid scheme is. It's the antithesis of a scam, okay? When the abundance flows up as well as back down, okay? I want everybody to understand that piece. The next level, ladies and gentlemen, is executive. You achieve executive when you have 3 business partners. And remember, your 3 business partners are also going to equal a return on investment. So you're going to earn your $199 investment back with your first 3 partners. And now you're able to earn the coded residual income that we spoke about, those $10 that you're earning while you sleep, because of people that you showed how to build their business. As they grow their business, you're going to earn those additional $10. You also unlock the first 5 levels of the matrix, okay? And the next level is regional executive. This is when you only have 6 partners. You have 6 people that believe in a vision. You have 6 people that see something that they can capitalize on inside of this business. Now you're considered a regional executive, okay? Now you're going to earn that residual matrix match that we talked about. So you're going to earn a match on their residuals. The residual that they earn inside of their matrix, you get a match of that. In addition, you get a 10% matrix match for your personally enrolled RTCs. And then you're going to get an 8% match on all of their codes. So the money just starts to stack up, ladies and gentlemen. It starts to come from, the money is coming from everywhere. You ever been sprayed with multiple water hoses? That's how it feels inside of this business. We're getting sprayed with multiple money water hoses, okay? And now, as a regional executive, you've unlocked the first 6 levels of your matrix, ladies and gentlemen. So again, anyone that falls in these first 6 levels, now mind you, look at the levels 5, 6, and 7. They're paying the most money. And those, you can get the most people on those levels. You're making $8 a person. You're making $8 a person. So you get 100 people on level 5, 6, and 7. That's an additional $800 in your household, ladies and gentlemen. The next level, national executive. This is when you have 10 people. You have 10 people that believe in a vision. You have 10 people that are hungry, committed, and ready to go. When you have those 10 people, you're now a national executive, and you get a business builder bonus. You're part of the business builder program. Okay? So you're going to get an additional $5 for everyone you bring into the business after you hit national executive. So instead of $70, you're now earning $75 for everyone that you help get into position in this business. And you also unlock the entire matrix. So regardless of where anyone falls into your matrix, either from your effort or from your upline's effort, you're able to cash out every single month, ladies and gentlemen. The next level after that, this is a position that I hold that I look to vacate very soon. It's international executive. All it takes to achieve international executive status is to have 15 people that you personally sponsored in the business, and you've helped at least 3 of those 15 reach national executive level. Now, this is important because you may miss this part. This is important. National executive is the last level that you can reach on your own efforts. This is a people helping people business. In order for you to achieve or to reach international executive level, you have to coach. You are a leader. You have to develop people. You have to teach them how to duplicate. We teach them how to create wealth for themselves and their families. And as a reward, you hit the level of it. So on top of all the other money that you make, additional team bonus that you're going to make, the company's going to give you a $600 lifestyle bonus every single month. So you start your month off every single month with $600 on top of all your other money. Once you hit international executive, ladies and gentlemen, you have a comma in your check. You have a comma in your check. And we're talking about when you're talking a comma check residually, that's big for a lot of people. There are a lot of us that can do a lot of us that can breathe better and sleep better if we had additional comma check in our life. On top of that, you qualify for the $600 car bonus. So now you can go out there and buy your car if you so choose to. Or if you already have a newer car, you can apply that additional $600 towards your car payment. We'll talk about that more in a second. But international executive is when your lifestyle changes because you've shown the company, you've shown your team, you've shown your sponsor that, hey, I'm a leader. I'm serious about helping people change their lives. The next level, presidential executive, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we only have one presidential executive in the entire company. And that's because once you hit international executive, you start to hit what we call momentum, massive momentum. And that momentum tends to propel you over presidential executive into diamond status, ladies and gentlemen. Diamond status is the holy grail of the business. That's what I call it, at least. It's the holy grail of the business because once you achieve diamond status, you're now at the point where you can decide if you want to continue working your job or not. You're now at the point where you can decide if you want to continue living that lifestyle that you want, or if you want to fully take charge of your lifestyle and fully live life to its fullest, right? And replace and fire your boss. On my team, we do letter of resignation writings. So you come in, if you're committed to this, we write a letter of resignation. So once you hit it, executive diamond in this business, you're ready to submit your letter of resignation. And diamond is when you achieve a team size of at least 300 people. Now, these are not 300 people that you have to personally bring into the business. This is collectively as your team, 300 people. This is you duplicated yourself 300 times at least, okay? Now, that $600 is going to be replaced with a $1,000 bonus. So you just earned yourself a $12,000 raise by achieving executive diamond status, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the next level, regional diamond. This is when your team grows from a size of 300 to 500 people. You've had 500 people that you help get into position. That's 500 families. When I hear that keeps me motivated. That keeps me pumped, even when I'm sick, to continue building my business, to know that my decision, my yes, is responsible for helping 500 families around the world. That's an amazing feeling. Once you hit regional diamond, ladies and gentlemen, you're now replace that $1,000 with $2,000. So now you just gave yourself a $24,000 raise a year. Okay, and it continues to go on from there. Our mentor, Mr. William Thurston Diamond, that means he has a team of at least 1,500. He's knocking on the international, but he has a team of at least 1,500 people. Once he hit National Diamond, he gave himself a $60,000 raise. Now, I know a lot of people that don't even make $60,000 a year. And this gentleman was able to give himself a $60,000 raise, ladies and gentlemen. And he's on his way to earning over $100,000 a year residually. Matter of fact, he already wears the ring, signifying that he earns at least $8,333.33 a month. That means he residually earns $100,000 a year. That's my motivation. That's my motivation, to get to the point where I've helped enough people, and we're all on our way to earning $100,000 a year residually, and then we're going to work on $100,000 a month. Expand your mind. If you're hearing these numbers right now, you hear me talking about these numbers, and you don't take them seriously, or you think that it's just a fallacy, you got to open your mind, because these numbers that I'm talking about, people are earning this. They're earning this income. So put yourself in that position, right? Put it out in the universe. Hey, if this guy can earn $100,000 a year inside of this business, I can do it too. And the last thing I'm going to say about this particular slide is that there are no prerequisites inside of our business, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter if you graduated from Yale or if you just got out of jail, okay? You can achieve all of these numbers. You can achieve this greatness. You can achieve the lifestyle that you set out for you and your family and your family's family, so on and so forth. And you can secure the future of generations inside of this business, regardless of your background. That's the beauty about this business. We get blocked out of a lot of things in corporate America because we may have had a checkered past. And now we're left to working these subpar jobs, making this substandard money because we've had a checkered past. You can come into this business and create that lifestyle for yourself. Now, the next level, ladies and gentlemen, are our online team bonuses, okay? So here's the thing about the open line team bonuses. This is when you earn additional money. You earn additional money. So if you're a national executive, right, of all your legs, everyone that comes into the business on top of all the other money that you earn, you're going to get an additional $5 per person, right? You're going to get an additional $5 per person until you help develop and grow another national executive. And once you develop a national executive, that's 10 partners in that leg, that individual now starts to earn an additional $5 for every person that comes into their organization, right? So we're duplicating ourselves. We're creating a competition, if you will. We're creating milestones for our teams. We want to help everyone make the most money that they can make inside of this business. Now, if you're an international executive like myself and you have a leg where you don't have a national executive or an international executive, you're now earning an additional $10 for every individual that comes into your business. So, for example, if you're an international executive, you have 75 new partners coming to your business, you're making $10 a partner. That's an extra $750 that you can earn on a weekly basis. This is paid out on a weekly basis, ladies and gentlemen. So again, the earning potential is limitless. This is a part of our new improved comp plan, and I'm most excited about these open line team bonuses because the earning potential is really through the roof. And it also provides that incentive to help other people, and because we want to retain partners inside of this business. We don't want you to just come in here and spend your money and leave. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. We're talking about a long-term lifestyle change, ladies and gentlemen. And it goes on and on. It gets bigger and bigger. As an executive diamond, you earn an additional $7.50 for everyone that joins your team. Regional diamond, an additional $10 on top of all of the other money, all the way up to presidential diamond, right? So the money just starts to compound. A lot of us, we're used to having compound bills. Inside of this business, we earning compounded income, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the examples at the bottom. You can see as an executive diamond, if you have 100 RTCs coming to your organization, you're going to earn the $750 plus the $5 at international and the $5 at national. So now you're earning $17.50 for every individual that comes into your organization. So that's $1,750 on top of all of the other money, ladies and gentlemen. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Now, real briefly, we only have a few slides left. This is our car bonus that I mentioned. This is for internationals and above. Once we have 100 active members in our Platinum Travel Club that Jay mentioned, you're now qualified to earn that $600 a month stipend towards your new car or paying towards your existing car payment if your vehicle is no older than 2 years. So the current car payment that you have can be wiped out inside of this business because of this business, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you can't get much better than that. And once you hit National Diamond and above, now you only need 400 active members in the Platinum Travel Club. And again, this is across your entire organization. This isn't 400 people that you personally have to sign up. This is showing your team how to build their team and build their businesses. Now the company's going to pay you an additional $2,000 a month to cover the expense and the cost of your brand new S550 Mercedes-Benz. I'm a BMW guy, right? But if this company's going to pay me $2,000 a month to go towards a brand new S550 Benz, I will become a Mercedes-Benz guy. Matter of fact, that's part of my goal is to become a Mercedes-Benz guy. All right? Training and support, ladies and gentlemen. All the training, all the support that you need is here. You heard Jasmine talk about the team earlier. Not only do you have us as a team, but we have weekly leadership calls, corporate calls. We have a proven success system, ladies and gentlemen, that we come in and we show you how to master the success system. What we do is a wash, rinse, repeat cycle. You don't have to be a PhD in order to grow your business. You just have to be committed to your business. You have to be committed to the reason why you decide to launch this business, ladies and gentlemen, and we will train you on everything else. All right? Now, who's ready to get started? Okay? Who's ready to get started? And here's what's important about this slide, because you have to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen. You have to look at your current situation. I don't know who's on this call. I don't know your current situation. You know your current situation. Most of us, if we're on this call, we were motivated by our current situation. If you really, really want to change where you are right now, if you really, really want to create something for your family, if you really, really want to be able to vacation when and where and how you want to, then you have to make a commitment to get started right away. You have to make a commitment to get started right away. You have to look at it like now or never, okay? It's proven. It's proven. Success is proven inside of this business, ladies and gentlemen. And you look at this $199.95. At the end of the day, that's peanuts. $199.95 investment can earn you a check with the comment. It can replace your income, right? Can pay for your child's college tuition, as our mentor, Mr. Trey Harris, paid for his child's entire college tuition with one check because of this business. So you have to make the decision if where you are right now where you really want to be. Are you really experiencing the lifestyle that you dreamed of, that you dreamt of right now? If not, you're going to have to take massive intentional actions. You're going to have to take massive intentional actions. And that starts with a $199 investment, and then following that $199 investment with $1 million commitment. If you have that $199 to invest and that commitment, we will show you everything else to help you create the lifestyle that you choose to live. All right? Last thing I want to talk about, we have a couple of days left for our Fast Start bonus promotion, ladies and gentlemen. You get started in this business today, time and position is everything. Timing is everything. You start in this business during the month of September. All the other money that I talked about is going to be topped off with the bonus. So within your first 30 days of business, you bring in 3 business partners. You get 3 believers. On top of the $210 that you will make and get a return on your investment, the company is going to give you an additional $100. If you hit regional executives, that's 6 partners, the company is going to throw in an additional $250. If you finish your first 30 days at national executive, which is 10 partners, on top of that $700 that you're going to earn an additional $500. So you're able to turn a $200 investment into $1,200 in your first 30 days. And there's no way that we would have a Fast Start bonus program that wasn't attainable. So these numbers are here because it's attainable. So again, if you really want it, if you really want to make this lifestyle change, then make the decision right now to get started in the business, and let's start to create some great wealth for yourself and your family. And with that being said, Jasmine, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Antonio. That was absolutely amazing. I swear if I weren't with the company, I would have signed back up again just because of you, my brother. I know you're not feeling well. I really hope that you heal quickly, you recover, because we need you on the the fighting grounds, my brother. I'm gonna definitely be looking to have you co-presenting with me on some other webinars and some other parties if I can get you, because I know you're in demand. But again, thank you so much, Antonio, for all that you do, not just for me, but for
My
your
pleasure.
team, your family, and all the people that care about you, because you are just an amazing dude, man, for real. I'm honored to have you on my team. With that being said, guys, I want you to get back with the person that invited you on this call, right? Just as an FYI, guys, I'm so sorry that our guest speaker, Sinitria, could not be on. We were experiencing technical difficulties. For those guests that came on to hear her, she will be on next week. We will definitely have our technical difficulties worked out, and she will be on next week to give her full testimony. But in the meanwhile, please get back with the person that invited you on tonight. Go ahead and discuss whatever questions or concerns you may have. Please do not discuss it with your cousin Pookie that's hanging on the corner that doesn't know anything about this business, because I promise you he'll be the first to try to discourage you because he doesn't want to see you do better than him, right? Misery loves company. Don't be that person. Surround yourself with people that want to see you elevate and grow, and that would be with one of the Paycation family. So thank you for giving us your time. We appreciate you, and we hope that you have an amazing evening, and we hope to see you on the banks, at the banks and the beaches of the world. Have a great evening.